What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. Weekday, Tuesday, right? Tuesday. Yes. We're here Tuesday, and we are here to draw Chase from Paw Patrol. All right. So let's just go ahead and get started. Live chat is open, so if you have any questions, be sure to right over there. And let's go ahead and get started. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another cartoon drawing tutorial. And today we are drawing Chase from Paw Patrol. Requested by you. That's right, you. You requested it. I'm going to draw. You just go down to the comments below, type what you want, and we put it into a little bowl, a little hat, pull you out, or at least your comment, and then we draw it. All right. So Chase from the Paw Patrol is a very detailed character. So we're gonna this is the only one we're gonna be doing today. And let's go ahead and get started. So we need to first, before we do anything else, we got to get our 3Ps out, our paper, a pen, and a pencil. Hopefully you have an eraser as well, and I never have one nearby. Yes, I do. Boom. All right. And then we're going to turn our paper portrait or up and down. And we're going to start off with our pencil. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see real quickly. I want to see. Yeah, we're going to need to leave a little bit of room on the top of our page. So we're going to start. This was the top of our page. We're going to start down here a little bit. And we'll just draw a nice oval. All right. I think I just made it worse. All right, let's get our oval. Where's my eraser? This is why we use pencil. All right, once you have your oval, we're going to do a half magic T on this. We're going to go halfway into this oval, and we're going to just draw a nice curved line, just like this, right through it. All right, and then we're going to go kind of to the side, and we're going to draw a straight line down. All right, I'm going to just see something real quick here. I think I'm going to make this. I make my oval a little bit shaped here. There we go. That's what I want. Okay. So it's not a perfect oval. It's a kind of a messed up egg. But you can see we got a nice round top on that oval. And then I kind of squared it off here. You don't have to. What we're going to do now is we're going to drop right below this oval that we made. We're going to make a circle because, you know, I love circles. So nice circle. Just like that, we're going to leave a little bit of space in between our egg and our circle. Just a little bit. Then all we're going to do is out of this circle, we're going to make a slanted line going downwards, just like that. And from the top, we're going to make a curved line going down just like that. We're going to connect these two lines together with a curvy line like that. Okay. I think this is the most difficult part. So you guys did the hardest part already. Okay. Let's go to the next part. All right. We're going to start making this look like a doggy. So the first thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and put a nice nose. We're going to do like a big, coming right out of here, a nice upside down triangle nose, just like that. All right, already we can start seeing like a dog forming here. We're going to make the eyes just some U's, just nice big U's. So we're going to go right on that magic T line, I guess half magic T line. And then we're going to go over here. We're going to make a little bit of a thinner one, and we're going to come right out of the side of the oval that we made, and we're just going to make another U shape. right there. It's going to be thinner than this one. Maybe even thinner than that. Let me see. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. Let's just do that. I wanted to put the U shape near the nose, the end of the nose. So that's why I'm making the nose a little bit bigger. Now I feel like I'm making it too big. Let's see. Let's just do it like that. All right. There we go. All right. Let's make a big ear. All we're going to do on the ear is right over here on the side. We're going to make a nice big hair that's kind of sprouting out of his head like that. And then we're going to drop it all the way back down over here near our magic T. So just like that. So we got a nice big triangle ear. Mine's kind of, wow, it's got a lot of character here. I just need a nice curved line. There we go. Nice curved line. Drop it all the way down. Okay. Let's put a smile on this dog. Nice big smile. With mine right there. And we'll give him a little dimple. All right. I like to move from one top to the bottom like that. So we're going to go right down here, bottom of his head. We're going to make a slanty line connecting his head to the body. We can't have his head floating. All right. And then we're going to just do a curvy line for this side. Okay. So now let's move on down. I'm going to just check something real quick here. Okay. Yeah. I want to make sure I have room for the legs. I think I do. I should have room for the legs. Yep, plenty of room. I could probably move this closer, actually. Yeah. That way. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and start with we're going to look at his chest real quick. We're just going to add next to this circle. We're going to just add on a little bit of a curved line, just like that. And then I know why. Well, you'll see. And then right after that, we're going to do another smaller curved line right next to it. It will all make sense, I swear. We're going to now make a giant U, a big long one. And yeah, we're going to start almost like in the center of this circle. And we're going to go straight down. So this is going to be the top of our U. And we're going to go straight down. Just like that. We're going to do the same. We're going to just go just like this. Big, long U shape. We're going to make another U, smaller this time, right next to this one. And this one's going to curve inwards just a little bit and then go back down. And yes, it breaks right through there. So if you did that and you're like, oh no, you actually did it right. So you can see they both kind of are at the same spot. They all kind of end in the same area. You want to make sure because we're going to add some feet. We have to make sure their feet are both on the ground at the same place. All right. Okay. I think that's it for this step. Let's move on to the next. All right. And again, I like to go from the top to the bottom. So here we go. We're going to go right up to the top ear. We are actually going to follow the shape of this ear. And we're going to make another one just like that. We're actually going to put this one into the head. So we're going to follow this angle of this side of the ear. And then we're going to go straight back down. It's almost like we made a second ear inside there. Just like that. And then we're just going to connect it together. So let's just connect it. All right. I'm going to actually connect it that way. Okay. There. I want a little bit more shape to mine. Okay. All right. Now we can move on to the top of his eyes. On the top of his eyes, he's got 2 big U shapes. So we're just going to go around his eyes like that. We're going to do the same thing on this, except for this one that goes over is actually going to be right next to, and it's going to go up, 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 right off his face. Like that. We want to make sure we have a little bit of a forehead right here. Make sure you have room so you don't make these U shapes go all the way up. We want to make sure, and also you kind of want to make sure, you want to make these U shapes kind of the same place. They want to go as high up together. We don't want one being higher than the other one. All right. Yes. So the forehead, we need to have a little bit of a forehead here because we're going to make a hat. He's going to have a hat. Let's go to this little eye right here. And we're just going to go and make a little slanted line. Or it could be a curved line, whatever you want. But this is going to assure us that he has a happy eyeball. All right. In fact, you can erase the line that was there. And you can see kind of a nice happy smile happening here. That's what we want. Nice happy doggy. All right. Out of his nose and right to his mouth. We're going to do a curved line. So right out of his nose into his mouth. Curved line. Here we go. Boom. Just like that. We're going to do one more from the outside of his mouth down to his chin. Like that. Okay. I think we can actually erase some of this stuff. Hold on. We can actually erase some of this stuff. So if we're going to erase this bit here and this bit in his nose and this bit here on his mouth. And then what I want to do actually, I'm going to draw a little line coming out of his nose. Just like that. I'd like to clean this up a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. So he's getting some shape here. I like it. We're going to put a little circle over here, or not a circle. We're going to do a little curved line right there. Boom. All right. Yeah, he's coming right along here. All right, we're going to give him some freckles. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 big freckles right here by his nose. And I'm going to add maybe a couple extra smaller ones there. Okay. Let's see if I can clean up his ear. It's kind of bugging me just a little bit. All right. Yeah, let's clean up his ear. There we go. Yes, let's clean up this side too of his ear. There we go. We may need the magic T lines. I don't know. I'm gonna hold off on that. So actually, you know what? This might be a good time to do this. So if you're looking at your magic T line, the one we went all the way across, we can actually get rid of the one that's parked over there. But we're going to make this more of a curve. So let's make that line right there more of a curve, and then we can keep the rest of that line. We can go ahead and get rid of this line going right through his head because we don't need that anymore. All right. We're doing good. We're doing good. All right. Let's go on down here around his, I like to work down. Let's make his collar. We should do his collar first. So the first thing we want to do for his collar, since this is his neck here, right? So we are going to make a big happy smile curved line right there. All right. And then we're going to do a little rectangle just like that. We're going to make another little rectangle right here, just like that, on each side of his neck. And then we'll connect it with another curved line, another happy smile line. Happy smiles. All right. Once you have that, we can erase everything inside. And lo and behold, we have created a collar. Once you have that collar, we can draw one small slanty line from his head to the collar. All right. Yeah, we're cooking with gas here. All right, now we can look at his leg. We're going to make a big giant C all the way around his leg. Big letter C. Just like that. I'm going to try and see if we can erase some more stuff because there is just a lot of lines on our drawing right now. We can erase a little bit here. What we will erase is this circle part right here that goes into the C and into his leg. All right, that cleans it up a little bit. That makes it a little bit easier to see. All right. Okay. So now you're asking me earlier, why do we make these weird lines over here? We're actually, this is where his other leg is going to be. So all we're going to do is we're going to look at these two legs that we did make, and we're going to make one slanted line going straight down to meet up with these guys. So let's go. Ready? Slanted line going straight down, ends about the same place where these all meet. Perfect. All right. Now, once you have all the legs in place, we can start making the feet. Just going to check one thing real quick. Yes. So all we're going to do to make his feet are letter C's or small. Yeah, I would say letter C's. So let's do it. We're going to make a letter C. Just like that. Well, it's not quite a letter C. It's kind of slanted sideways. We are going to make sure the letter C does break out towards the front. Okay. So the back of the C can be right against the back of the leg, but the front of the C is going to be bigger or I guess wider than his leg. So make sure your letter C is wider than his leg. And we're going to repeat the same idea across the board on all these. We're going to do another letter C here. Might make mine a little bit longer here. We want all the feet should be in the same place. So all letter C's should all be right here. All right. And then all we have to do is connect them. Something happened on my back one here. It doesn't look quite right. What happened? Okay, let me adjust this. All right, letter C's, all the letter C's. You know what? I'm just going to make the legs a little bit longer. That's what I'm going to do. Because for some reason, I didn't have enough room for my last letter C. So we're going to go back. We're going to go back. All right. We're going to make my U's longer. There we go. And all in the same place, right? Just like we were doing. Everything's in the same place. Everything ends in the same area, right? All right, letter C, letter C, letter C. All right, there we go. Now I got them all in there. So longer legs and some letter C's. Then we're going to connect all these letter C's with a curvy line on the bottom, just like that. You know what? I'm going to make this letter C longer. There we go. Looks like letter D's now. Did I just make a bunch of letter D's? I did. Letter D's. Okay. Okay, so it's all about the letter D. I should have thought of that. All right. All right. Let's see everyone's letter D's. Oh, wait, I can't see your stuff. You'll have to send it in. All right. What other details do we need? We got our legs. We got all this stuff. Wow, we got a lot done already. Right out of this leg here, let's just go ahead and make another letter U for his tail. And then all we're going to do here, we're going to make his backpack. That would be fun. So let's do a straight line coming right out of that collar. Straight line, and then a slanted line going straight down his back. Because it is a backpack after all. And then we'll put another straight line. So we got two straight lines coming out of his back and a slanted line. That will be his backpack. We're going to finish his backpack in the next step. But first, we're going to draw a small rectangle right here above his leg and add 2 dots. All right. Things are happening. All right. I love this. Wait a minute. How many steps are left? I got 2 more steps. So we're not done yet. We got someone in the chat. Jenna's in the chat saying hiya. Hiya, Jenna. All right. All right, here we go. So remember I told you we need to leave some room up here for his hat. It's time. We're gonna make his hat. So yeah, so first let's look at his ear. We are going to add a little bit more line of that ear because we're going to use this line. The line does not touch his U shapes. Okay, so don't do that. But once we have that, we're going to make a nice, what's the first line? Yes. The first line is a long brim across his top of his eyes. It's almost like we're making a big fish hook. Look at that. Let's go fishing. We're going to go fishing. All right. So we got our fish hook. And all we're going to do is go right back. After we got our fish hook, we're going to go straight back to the ear. I don't know why I didn't think of that. All right. Right back to the ear. We have the brim of his hat. And now all we're going to do is we're going to add one huge, humongous fish hook. His hat, you know what? I'm going to make his hat a little bit longer for me. We're going to add one final big fish hook, and that'll complete the hat. Let's do it. We're going to come right out of this ear. That's where we're going to start. We're going to end up right here at the end of his hat, and let's do it. A big fish hook or the letter J, whichever you want to call it. There we go. There's his... What? Okay, this hat looks a little strange. I'm going to angle it a little bit more here. All right. Here we go. It's still a letter J. It's still a fish hook and a letter J, all right? It's just depending on your angle, it may look a little strange. But no, this is going to look good. This is a good hat. All right. Okay. I think it looks pretty sharp on him, actually. Nice hat there, Chase. All right. Yeah, I think I need to have it pop out a little bit lower. Okay. Same idea. All right, let's do it. We have some eyeballs to make, and the eyeballs are going to make this guy look so cool. Yes. So we're going to have him looking at you guys. So we're going to add in curvy eye right here. Letter C, like that. This one's going to have a baby letter C inside of it. And we're going to do a smaller letter C right here. And inside, we're going to draw a little circle. So I guess we're going to draw a little circle in there too. And we can fill this in. All right. I'm going to put a little oval on his nose like that. Kind of gives a little shine to his nose. Kind of the illusion of a shine anyway. All right. What else we got going on here? A lot of details. Okay, let's finish off his backpack. Really simple. All we're going to do is do a slanted line shooting off one of the corners and another slanty line. Both slanty lines shooting up. And then we're going to connect them with another slanty line. So basically what we're doing, we're going to have two slanty lines that are following the same path, two lines that follow the same path that never touch. Parallel lines, that's right. So we've got two parallel lines. So that's one way to make sure you're drawing them in the right. They both should be following the same path. This one's this line is not being as slanty as the other one. And then we're going to draw, to connect these two slanty lines, one big long parallel line that matches the other side, the other one. So we have two parallel lines going down this way. And of course, we don't have to be perfect. We can try, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Then we're going to just draw another straight line right back to his head. On the side of his backpack, we're going to draw a nice big letter C, just like that. Okay. Now let's draw some fur. We're going to do some fur. No, let's do some feet. So let's go on down here. Come on. All the way at the bottom. And we're going to give him two curvy lines for each foot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Now we're going to clean this up. We're going to clean up his leg. Clean up both his legs. There we go. All right. Now that his legs are clean, we're going to add some fur. All we're going to do are ziggy-zaggies. That's right. Ziggy-zaggies, just like this for his fur. We're going to do that on all his legs. Ziggy-zaggies. Ziggy-zaggies. I don't know if that's really the proper term, but that's the one we're going to use. Ziggy-zaggy lines for his fur. For his tail, let's just draw a big M. One up for his fur tail, or tail fur, whatever you want to call it. Okay. All right. So a lot of the hardest stuff has already been done. His hat. Let's erase his head that we can see in his hat, because we don't want to see his head pop. It's not a see-through hat, so we don't need it that way. All right. All right. Let's see. What do we need to do here? Oh, yes. We have to give him a little bit of a medal on his collar. So I might have to draw this somewhere a little bit bigger. I'm not sure. We'll draw first. We're going to draw a rectangle. All right. And erase, or square, whatever you, rectangle, square. It could be either one, really. Okay. We need to put a little amulet in here, or a little medal that he wears. So I'm going to actually draw it twice. I'm going to draw it really big right here. So I'm going, it almost looks like I'm going to draw a square. So yeah, let's do it that way. Let's draw a square and then a triangle underneath it, like that. That's what I'm going to draw here. And then you can erase the line in here. And that's the shape that we're looking for. All right. Okay. Jenna says he's so cute. Oh, I should probably stand out of the way. So if you're having trouble doing the medal, do a square first, do a triangle underneath, or a V, and then erase it. And then you've got it. You got it. All right. I know a lot of this is practice, so you got this, though. You guys are always drawing way better than me. Okay. So for our final step, I know, it seems like we've been drawn forever. No, we haven't. We are going to put on the details. So on his hat, we've got a curvy line that goes from the side all the way to his ear, like that. We're going to draw a little bit of a curve on his hat, like that, and erase the line. So his hat now has like this little curve to it. Okay, he's got eyebrows. Let's put in some eyebrows right here on the top of his head, inside those big U shapes that we made. We can do that. Okay, remember his collar that we did? We are going to make it three-dimensional, and we're going to add in a star. So adding in a star, I'm going to see if I can make it big here. So there's the easy way. I know some people think it's easier to make a star like this and then erase all the pieces inside of it, and then you got your star. If you can do that, cool. We're going to add in a star. And then inside the star is a circle. All right. Then we have his badge. We're going to make it three-dimensional now. And all we're going to do is draw teeny tiny slanted lines from these three corners on the side. All these lines are going to be parallel lines. They're all going to be following the same path, but they're teeny tiny. Don't make them too big. And then we're just going to reconnect them. And there you go. Three-dimensional collar. Look at that. Okay. Well, we're going to finish off his backpack, and then I hate to say it, but I think we're done. No, we're not done. We're almost done, though. All right. Let's do a curved line on our letter C right here. And then all we're going to do is do another curvy line that falls around that shape like that. And then we can erase inside the first letter C we made. We're going to make a rectangle with a straight line down the center of it. That's his backpack. In a nutshell, that is his backpack. Okay. All right. So I thought we were done, but he's got one more thing up here. One more. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so I can see it better. Yes, I remember what I did. Okay, so all we're going to do here is almost like a triangle. I'm going to make it big. I'll make it big here too so you guys can see it. Because there's no zoom. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a big, almost, I don't even know what you would call this. Maybe a curvy triangle, maybe. Curvy triangle. I bet there's a good way of doing this shape I'm not thinking about. Looks like a flower petal. Anyway, I'm going to add it over here right now to his hat. And that's why we have such a big section right here open, because this is where his badge thing is going to be, like that. Okay. All right. So now when you have this shape, we need to actually put in 2 curved lines in the corners like this. Okay. And then erase, if you're able to, like that. So this is like an official badge now. I'm going to do it over here. Curved line, erase, erase, just like that. And now all we're going to do is we're going to trace around this shape that we just made on the inside. If you have room, I know this is getting real tiny here. Okay, like that. And then he's got a paw print in there, which is just one big circle and then 3 little circles like that. So this is in right here. Big circle, 3 little circles. And then, yeah, of course, he makes it 3-dimensional. So all we're going to do to make this 3-dimensional, since it's so small, is we're just going to make this line thicker on this side and right here. So on one side, just make it a little bit thicker, and that's going to be our shortcut. So we don't have to go and make a bunch of small lines and drive ourselves crazy. All right. Okay. All right. So there you go. It's Chase. Let's do it. Oh, my S is all messed up. Okay. All right. Never mind. It's Chase from the Paw Patrol. There you guys go. And that was what we were asked to draw. So there you go. I hope I wasn't standing in the way too much. Hopefully you guys were able to draw this. Okay, so what do we do next? Now we are going to ink these in, color them up. We do have a Facebook page. Be sure to only ink in the pencil marks that you want. Don't ink in all the pencil marks. Definitely don't ink in the magic T if you didn't erase it already. Send in your finished artwork to our Facebook page. You can post it up. We've been getting some really cool ones lately. I got, what did I get the other day? I can't remember what it was. It was a cool drawing. And I was like, whoa, oh, it was Una from Puff and Rock. That was a cool one. But send it in. Also, you can send it directly to me if you want. There's an email address. You can send it to me. I will post them up on all our medias and show off your amazing artwork, because it is amazing. If you guys are looking for more lessons, there are more lessons happening on OUTSCHOOL being taught right now by me. Actually, we got a comic book class coming out really soon, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. If you're looking for cool merch like this, in fact, I need ideas for cool merch. If you guys have some ideas for cool merch, let me know. But we've got a couple already, so check the links below. Woo! That's a lot. It's a lot to do. Okay. So normally I wait inside and wait for a new request, but we don't have any requests. So let me see if I can, knock things over. There we go. Knock things over. All right, let me pull something. Looks like we're drawing an eel. All right, so next week we're going to draw an eel from the Wildcrats. Of course, not just any eel. We like to draw our animals from the Wildcrats, so that's what we're going to do. So in the comments below, you can comment on any video. I know I got one for Oliver the other day from one of our Thomas and Friends videos. I see all your comments, so you can comment on any of the videos. I'll put you in the hat or the box, pull you out, and then we'll draw whatever your requests are. But tomorrow, actually tomorrow we actually are going to have a bonus live. So if you guys like drawing Lego characters, that's what we're doing that tomorrow. It won't be live, but it will be a premiere that you will be able to chat in there with me if you want to. Okay. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. Keep on drawing. The more you do, the better you get. Bye. Okay. That concludes the live stream. I just realized I've been talking about things for live stream stuff in the video, but that's okay. Everything will be edited and it'll all look great, hopefully. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you will have a great rest of your day. Keep on drawing. The more you do, the better you get. And I will see you at the next one.